Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's class we are going to continue simple queries of MySQL. We will discuss performing simple calculations, distinct function, aggregate functions, other simple queries like adding text column in view, using alias name in view. Sometimes we may need to perform simple calculation, for example multiplying two numbers or adding two numbers and displaying the result. Even these can be performed using the selection statement. Just we can write select and the expression and terminate. For example, we can write select 10 plus 25. So it will be displaying the result as 35. Select 5 into 100, another example. How do we apply this in the columns of a table? For example, particular column is there. If we need to multiply the whole column values into some numbers, or if we need to find the percentage, or we need to convert that into other unit, we may need to perform the simple calculations like that. We may add the expression to it and then display the result in the view. For that, we can have a query like this: select which are all the column names we need, and then the expression with the column name from, as usual, the table name. If we consider the table called state, here there are many columns. At last, if you see area square kilometer, if I need to convert that into square meters, for that purpose I can multiply that column's value into 1000. That particular column, all the rows to be multiplied and displayed with the state name. How do I perform it? I need state as well as the area. So I will select these two columns. Select the column name, that is state underscore ut. Area square kilometer is another column that I need to multiply with 1000. So I have multiplied that with 1000 from the table name. So that is state is the table name. When I give this, I will be getting the state and the area in square meters. I open MySQL. To perform the basic calculation, select 500 multiplied by 10 and then terminate. This is also a view as a table. Here 500 into 10 is the field name and the 5000 is the result as an item. Another example, select 70 divided by 10. We are getting that in float data type as it is a division. Now if we want to apply this in a table's column, to access the table, first we need to get inside the database. I have a database called India. I use it. There is a table called state. Let me check all the details of state. Select star from state. If I want to display this state and the area, all the values but multiplied by 1000, as we saw in the example, select state underscore ut, comma, the next column, that is area column, area multiplied by 1000 from state. We can see now values in the area all are multiplied by 1000 and displayed. Distinct function selects the items from the column without any repetition. For example, if we are taking the table called state, here you can see in the zone there are values which are repeated. If we want to display these values without any repetition, that means the northeast we need to have only once, not many times. Just to know how many distinct values are available there in that particular column, we can use this statement. This can also be combined with other functions. Syntax is here: select distinct and then column name in the bracket from the table name. For example, if we need to perform zone here, select distinct zone from state. The column name should be inside the bracket, that is distinct is a function here. Let us perform and check. Uniquely we will display the zone's value. Select distinct of zone from state. You can see the values uniquely displayed. Northeast is not repeated. Let us see the aggregate functions. First let us take sum. To find the sum of column of a table, we shall give select sum of column name from table name. For example, if we are having this table, if we need to take the sum of districts, all the districts, so it will be adding all the values in the district column and then it will be displaying as one value. Select sum of districts from state. Similar way, if we want to take an average of the particular column, we shall give select average of column name from table name. Again, for example, select average of area square kilometer from state. So it will be giving the average of the last column. Next, finding maximum and minimum value of a column. To find the maximum value, we will have max. To find the minimum value, we will have min. According to need, we shall give column name in the bracket from the table name. For example, here for maximum of districts, that means it will be displaying 38 as it is the highest value. Similar way, if we need a minimum value of districts, it will be giving 13 as the answer. To count the total number of records from a table, we are having count of function. This also can be used to count number of values in particular column. To display total number of records from a table, we give select count of star from table name. The example is select count of star from state. If we want to count the number of rows in particular column, it will exclude the null, that means empty. Select count of column name from table name. For example, here if you see language column does not have value for this Arunachal state, it will not count this in the count. It will count number of values available in that particular column, so it will be showing 4 as the result. For that example is here select count of language from state. Let us perform all these on MySQL. To select the sum of all the districts which is appearing here, we shall give select sum, open the bracket, districts, close the bracket, from the table name, that is state. So we can see 142 is been displayed there. Similar way, if we want to find the maximum, what shall we do? We can change this as max. So maximum number in that district, maximum value will be shown, that is 38. If we want to bring the previously typed query, we have an option here on the keyboard. Just press on the upper arrow key. You will be getting the previous query. If you want to go to previous to that, and press once again. Similarly, you can check all the queries and again execute. Even if you want to modify some query, you can use the sideways arrow key. You can come back and then change it here. Now I change this as minimum and then check this. So minimum of districts is being seen here. If you want to check the average, similar, we will change this min as AVG. So 28.4000 is the average here. If we want to know the number of rows in the table, that is total number of rows will be shown. Select count of star, that means all the rows from state. So there are 5 records totally, it is shown. In case you want to specify only how many rows are there in that particular column, then we shall give select count of the column name, that is zone of from state. Actually all the values are available in zone, but if we see in the language, one language was not available, which was for Arunachal. So let us change this as language. I think there is a spelling mistake there. Lang. So let us take Lang. We could see there 4, as there is one lesser there, that is null. That null says empty. Distinct function also can be combined with count function. For example, if we need to count the distinct values of this particular column, northeast is repeated twice. If we want to take only once and then count, it will be 4. To do that, we can give like this: select count of distinct of zone from state. So now only the distinct value is being counted and displayed. To add the text as a column, that is the constant text will be appearing as a new column with all the rows filled with the same text. We shall give select column names, which are all we need, the text in the double quote or even in the single quote from table name. For example, select state underscore ut area square kilometer into 1000. See, this is converted into square meters to indicate that I may need square meter to be added in all the rows of that particular column. So I add this SQM in the double quote from state. Another simple query using a new name for the column while displaying the details. We shall give select column names, and then for whichever you need to change the field name, there you will give as the new name from table name. Otherwise, we can also use select column names wherever you need to change. Without having as keyword, we can put the new name inside the double quote or single quote from table name. Example is here: select state underscore ut area square kilometer into 1000. If I give this, the column heading will be area square kilometer into 1000. I don't want to show that as it is. I want to change the field name there as area underscore in underscore SQM from state. Let us execute all these. Select state underscore ut. If I want to multiply the area by 1000 from state, this is for example I am showing you. See, the column heading is area into 1000. I don't want to see this one. Instead of this, I want to see area in SQM. For that purpose, what I will give as area underscore in underscore SQM. If you see this now, column heading is being changed as we require here. Similar way, we can also give like this. Instead of ASCII, we just put it into the quotation. Let us check this. So again you are getting the same. So either you can use this as, otherwise within the double quotation. One more example I give. If you don't want to see this state underscore ut and then just you want to see as only state, select state underscore ut as state from state. You can see that it is being changed. Remember, these are only views. The original table will be as it is. Now let us use text added into the column. Same thing I give, but instead of giving area in square meter, just I show that as area. I add a new text column having the same value in all the rows. I put it into the quote. I just add sq dot m. You can see the state area. This area into 1000 I have mentioned as area, so area has come here. With that, I wanted to just put this in all the rows of that particular column. We can follow this method for adding a text into a new field. Remember here, if there is no comma, then the heading is going to be changed as this. If there is a comma, then this is going to be a new field added like this. So only the comma makes the difference between these two. Students, hope the concept is very clear. Keep watching this channel. Keep learning. Thank you.